When I was in Kampala, I decided to pop into the Medical Concierge group, the first 24/7 healthcare call center in Kampala, Uganda. This call center is made up of doctors and pharmacists providing real-time medical consultations and healthcare information to Ugandans over voicemail, text, Facebook, you name it, they can do it for you. I just love this call center because this is solving a real issue. This healthcare center is connecting doctors directly to patients.
Hello everyone, it's Iveoma. I educate the African diaspora about African opportunities. Today I'm in lovely Kampala, Uganda, and I am sitting here with Davis, the co-founder of the Medical Concierge Group. Can you tell us about what you do?
So we're a telemedicine company, and what we do is we connect patients to doctors and healthcare services. So we make it easier for people to use, let's say, mobile technology that's spreading across Africa to just take their phones out, have a consultation with the doctor, and we find out they need to do some lab tests. We can send somebody over to pick up the sample. We can also deliver their medicines to them if they need a prescription. So it becomes extra easy for anybody anywhere to access medical service.
So the reason I was attracted to your business is because I felt like you were offering top-of-the-line service to Africans. Can you talk about that? Because I feel like a lot of people think that the medical services they receive in Africa, me included, sometimes, we don't think it's that great.
Please make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. I always have amazing content coming out.
So our vision actually is to be a leading world-class digital health company in Africa, and the kind of healthcare you get here should be comparable to anywhere else in the world.
Yes.
And we're telling people that you can have a world-class experience in Africa, and we're keen to use all these new emerging technologies to make sure we can guarantee that for everybody, across the entire country.
So tell us about your background. Are you a doctor?
Yeah, so I studied as a medical doctor and then went back to school to get an MBA and a master's degree in IT, largely because a lot of the work that I did here involved business, medicine, and technology.
Whoa, that's super ambitious. Wait, you were a medical doctor and then you went back to school for IT and what else?
And business administration.
And business administration, which actually all your skills have helped you build this.
Yeah, it is necessary, but then also the help of a lot of great co-founders, a lot of fantastic employees that we have put together over time have really, weighed in and gotten us to where we are right now. But there's still so much further to go.
How many co-founders do you have for the?
Four.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us their names?
So you have William, Hope, John Mark, and also Fiona.
Are you guys all Ugandans?
Yeah, we're all Ugandans.
That's amazing. I think people like to see stuff like that.
Yeah, well, most of us were high school friends growing up, went to medical school together. We all kind of saw the different pitfalls in the healthcare system. We were all catching on with technology now online, using mobile money, using mobile apps. And we always kept asking ourselves why healthcare is being so slow about adopting technology. We said, what's the minimum viable service we could possibly roll out that uses technology to get healthcare closer to people, cheaper, much better quality, and then we started out with a simple call center service, and that has grown to what it is today.
So let's break it down. Like, how would someone like me use your service?
It's simple. There are about 7 ways you could do it. One, you could just pick up the phone and call the number. Or you could send an SMS, or you could use WhatsApp, or you could use social media pages on Facebook and Twitter, or you can video in using any of the video apps that you already have. We also set up a chatbot that can even provide you an automated experience that even doesn't involve human interaction, but is still of a very high quality.
I'm texting you on WhatsApp, like there's something wrong with me, and I tell you my symptoms, then what happens next?
So you have a doctor or pharmacist available 24/7 behind that conversation that will kind of ask you the routine questions you get asked if you got into the ER or any other kind of medical facility. And our responsibility is to make sure that we can scope out whether this is something that we can resolve on the phone, give you some care advice, and maybe a home remedy if you need that, or maybe go buy some over-the-counter medication. If it needs you to see a specialist, we'll recommend one in your area that you can go and visit. If it needs you to do some lab services, we have a lab that can come pick up your samples. If we realize maybe this is an emergency, we can help you get an emergency ambulance to kind of take you to the hospital.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so we can't be able to get the doctors everywhere we want them, and neither can we build hospitals everywhere we want them. So we're going to have to figure out a way that we can take healthcare outside of a physical setting. and into something people carry every day in their pocket, the mobile phone. So it's definitely the future.
I heard that you are expanding to another country. Can you talk about that?
So we're moving into Kenya, we're moving into Nigeria, hopefully a few more countries down the line, Rwanda and Tanzania. But it's still dependent on a couple of things aligning properly. But yeah, we have incorporated in Kenya and in Nigeria. We have done some preliminary work in those countries, largely focused around consulting and around some really cool things actually. Things like HIV self-testing. People can now buy a kit that they can use at home to check their HIV status without having to go through the, what some people would call the embarrassment of having to go in and request specifically for this test. And in some cases there's still stigma around certain groups of people kind of accessing healthcare services. So really what we're doing is providing telemedicine as a means to facilitate HIV self-testing, for instance, in Kenya. We started in 2012, so this would be our 7th year.
Oh, okay, 7th year already, expanding to multiple countries.
Oh, well, I think we could have moved faster, but we're moving pretty okay.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else you would like to add?
There's a lot of great stuff that people in the diaspora could add. One, building connections between resources that are in developed countries, connecting those resources to the problems back here. And
what do you mean by resources?
Resources, for financial, technical resources. I have a lot of friends that are great software engineers that in the US or anywhere else, and they can offer a lot of mentorship to some of our engineers here that may not have the breadth of the experience and exposure that they may have in these countries. And I think there's an opportunity for mentorship in terms of talent back here. Then also in terms of people that are connected to financial resources, I think the access to capital or networks that have access to capital is much easier in those countries than it is for somebody here to get on a plane to meet somebody they've never met before. But also the third piece, I guess, also is helping redefine how the rest of the world thinks about Africa. Normally when you interact with people you're trying to get into a collaboration with, there's that barrier you have to help them get over before they can start to take you seriously. So represent us well, everybody on the diaspora, and paint a picture of what it actually is versus and what it actually can be versus what it has been in the past. Hackathons and all that kind of thing we could.
Oh, you have hackathons?
Yeah.
What do you guys talk about? What do you guys not talk about? What do you guys do?
Data science, artificial intelligence. Those are some key areas for us. Natural language processing.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's very nice.
So what they should call it, saffron yellow?
Yeah, saffron.
Is a pharmacy technician.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they are the ones that engage everybody else that gets delivered.
Very nice. That's it. Very nice. So I definitely appreciate you meeting with me and telling me about what you do.
Sure, well, looking forward to seeing what comes of it.
I know. It's been a pleasure.
Let me know if you need anything.
Yes.